All right, welcome to the next video of my series talking about Node.js, StrongLoop, BlueMix, Ionic, Cordova, everything. In this video, we're going to focus on building the mobile application. Now, I'm not going to show you every single line of code I wrote. I'm not going to write it in front of you. Instead, we're going to focus on the finished product and how it integrates with the loopback Node.js application that I already set up in the last example. Now I have the project done. I have used the Ionic CLI to create the code, and as a reminder, this is what it looks like. It talks to the API, it gets the feed items, and you can click to get detail. So let's look at the code behind this and kind of see how it works. All right, so to make this work, we're going to use a feature of Angular called ng-resource. And to make this work, I have to actually include a separate script. And you can see I've done that on line 17. I'm just including lib, ionic.js, angular-resource. I also need to make it a dependency to my application, and you can see I've done it right there. Now, what I really like about ng-resource is that if you have a REST-enabled API, then you could create an Angular-ready wrapper for it pretty easily. How easily? Well, here is my services file, and there is my code. And yeah, it's one line. That's it. Now, obviously, in a more complex application, there's going to be a bit more going on here. But for quick testing, literally that's all I need. And I got this URL, again, from my loopback API, and we already tested this in the last video, so we know it works. In terms of the controller, to get everything, it's simply feed.query, and I use a callback to work with the results. And even easier on the detail controller, you could see I'm simply doing feed.get. And honestly, that is it. That's all there really is to it. Now again, this is using ng-resource. There's a lot more to it. I kept it pretty simple. But let's just test to see if this is working. I'm going to go back into the API Explorer, and I'm going to go ahead and create one more piece of content. And again, remember, this is all in memory. We're going to talk about persistence later. And I'm going to save it. And it's saved. Now, I don't have a reload in my application, so I'm simply going to rerun the simulator. So we'll let Ionic compile this, Ionic and Cordova, I should say. And here it comes back, and boom, there's my new item. All super, super simple.